So question number one, can you walk us through the role that your office played in this case once the Florida authorities issued the arrest warrant?
Yes. Our duty in the district attorney's office was to work with the state and federal authorities to make sure that the defendant was extradited to Florida and that justice was attained for the families.
Number two, at this point, is all responsibility for prosecution shifted to the Florida authorities?
Yes, the extradition warrant has been signed. The defendant has waived extradition. He will be transported to Florida, and our responsibilities in getting justice have been served.
Got it. So question number three, the Florida Lieutenant Governor is coming here personally to take a suspect. Is this unusual, and what's the message that this sends?
I can't speculate why he's coming here. You would have to ask him, but welcome to California.
Question number four, so this has become highly politicized with critics tying it to immigration and California policies. What is your response to these criticisms?
You know, my responsibility here is to get justice and to see that he is extradited to Florida to face these charges. I'm going to leave politicking to the politicians.
Question number five, when people do have these kinds of criticisms, does that complicate the legal process?
No, I hope they don't. We did what we would normally do in this type of case, and we want to make sure that justice is served.
Question number six, how do you keep the focus on the victims amid these political matters?
You know, by doing our job, what we do every single day, making sure that the victims' voices are represented, that justice is served, that we work very hard to make sure that the process goes through smoothly, and that we can get him back to justice to face these charges and get justice for the victims in Florida.
And speaking of the victims, question number seven is, what message do you want the families of the victims to get from your office?
Well, we see you. We hear you. We are here for you. We are working very, very hard to make sure that this happens smoothly and that we can get closure and justice for you.
Anybody else have questions?
I do.
Okay.
I'm sorry, we only took typewritten questions beforehand. Just kidding.
No worries.
Can you just give a brief rundown of what happened in the court? Quick summary.
Sure. In this case, we received a governor's warrant from the state of Florida after he had been arrested by the U.S. Marshals. In court, the warrant was authenticated by the court, and the defendant waived extradition to return back to Florida.
Okay. And what does his extradition mean back to Florida? What does that mean?
It means that he will be returned to Florida and be able to face charges there. And the process of getting justice for the victims, for the families whose lives were lost, will begin.
Another question?
You guys arrested him and everything, but do you have any jurisdiction on him being tried here?
I think you're asking, are there independent
here in
charges?
California?
So the governor's warrant out of Florida gave us jurisdiction to hold him, and then the court began the process of ensuring he was the individual that was being sought by Florida. Once that process took place on Tuesday, the court then determined that it was him. He waived extradition, and now the process of having him transported back to Florida begins.
How is it politically? I mean, the governor and Trump are really into this. How do you guys take care of it?
You know, one, we're doing our jobs. Our jobs is making sure that justice is done. We handle this the way we do every single day, ethically, professionally, and we're going to leave politics to the politicians.
Is there any charges here in California that he has to stand?
Well, he was being held under the warrant here in California. Now that he's waived extradition, the charges are being removed, and he will proceed on to Florida, and there will confront his case.
If you were doing this trial, what charges would you go after?
You know, I'm going to leave that to the Florida authorities, but my understanding is I believe there's vehicular manslaughter and possibly other charges that are involved.
What do you think about the lieutenant governor coming in just for this?
You know, you're going to have to ask the lieutenant governor about that. Welcome to California.
How frequently does Stockton County extradite individuals? Is that at least in the past year? Have we seen an increase, anything like that?
You know, this is something that we see. It does happen. It probably happens a half dozen times a year. with many different jurisdictions, and just protecting the process and making sure individuals are transported to states properly and on the right charges.
Does him being a non-U.S. citizen affect his prosecution?
No, we've treated this like every other case, and also we've worked with the federal authorities. We understand, and we've helped lodge a ICE hold at this time.
Can you speak on how the federal authorities have helped you with this case?
Yes, they've worked with us in getting this information for the hold that we were placed on him, and to make sure that he was brought to court in time, held, and then being prosecuted on the governor's warrant, the extradition warrant.